everybody, this is Mrs. Penton here from Master Yourself Martial Arts with this week's Power Up video. Now, Mr. Penton and I are working on our Power Up videos because we want to share something every week that will motivate and inspire you to go and make your life a masterpiece. So this week we wanted to talk about the idea of healing. Now, I realize that doesn't sound necessarily like it would relate to our martial arts training, but just bear with me. There's a couple of things that are really important for our own self-defense, both physically and emotionally. We talk about in our martial arts training that we want our belt and our training to be balanced, whether from the right side of our body and the left side of our body, our punches and kicks, our punches, our upper body moves and our lower body moves, and our emotional and our physical training, or physical and mental training. And one of the things that we really believe is that a lot of people are going through life carrying a lot of emotional wounds with them. And someone smart I know once said that hurt people hurt people. So one of the best things that we can proactively do to protect ourselves and others is to acknowledge those emotional wounds that we're carrying with us and work on healing them. I think sometimes we want to tough it out and assume that things will get better with time, and time does heal a lot of wounds. But you wouldn't, if you had, if I had a great big wound on my shoulder and I was bleeding out here, I wouldn't just put a Band-Aid on it and think, it'll probably get better on its own. No, I'd go to the hospital and get surgery on it. And so often with the pain and the grief and the hurt that we have in our lives, we go along trying to kind of grin and bear it. And there's a lot of things that we can do to facilitate our own healing. Just like taking an Advil can help when you have a headache. Obviously some people have migraines that requires a different kind of care, but for a lot of people, some simple things can make a really big difference. We learned about a great program that's being implemented in a lot of our schools called Sources of Strength, and they really take a great holistic approach to emotional health. They talk about the importance of having friends and family, spiritual relationships, physical activity, psychological support if you need it. Counseling is really, really great when you're going through a tough time, and when you take advantage of all of the sources of strength that you have available to you, that really gives you a much better support network in your life. Sources of strength, it's like self-care. I'm a mom, and I see a lot of things on the internet about self-care for moms, and that is so important and dads, everybody needs self-care, because raising kids is a lot of work. It's actual work. I saw an article, y'all might have seen it too, that was talking about the time that most moms spend parenting combined with the other work they're doing amounts to 2.5 full-time jobs. And so you really do need something to recharge from that. But so often as moms, we're told that the way to self-care is to get a pedicure and drink a glass of wine. And those are great things. Right, this is what we're talking about and here, but and lots of sources and strengths. So, but I'm not gonna get through my children's childhood on pedicures and wine. Sometimes self-care is really unpleasant, just like healing can be unpleasant. If you have a broken bone and you don't get it set immediately and it starts to heal wrong, sometimes they have to re-break that bone, so that it can properly heal. And that's really uncomfortable, but in the long run, it's really good for us. And emotional healing can be like that too. So sometimes it's really unpleasant to sit down and do my taxes. But in the long term, it's really important for caring for my family and doing what I need to. Sometimes it really feels super inconvenient to go out and do a workout for myself. But it's really important for my long-term well-being and also for being a good parent for my kids. They need to know that adults exercise. They need to know that, that I take my health seriously, and I need to know that I'm going to be there for them, and that I'm not going to have a heart attack when I'm 36, because that would be bad. No pressure, no pressure. Going back, one more thing. Did not want to go on without saying this. Gratitude. Practicing gratitude is another great source of strength. Like, that doesn't have to be like hard or complicated. You know, thinking, I have this cool planner, it's called a Panda Planner, shout out. And at the beginning of the day, it encourages you to remember 3 things that went well the day before. And at the end of the day, it tells you to think of 3 things you're grateful for. And you don't have to have a fancy Panda Planner to do that. You can just do it in your head if you want to. You can do it on your phone, you can do it wherever you want. But that practice of reminding yourself of the blessings you have in your life that you didn't have to work for. A beautiful day today. If you're in Florida, this is a gorgeous time of year. You know, a smile, somebody did something nice for you today. You know, maybe you're grateful because you finally took the time to sign your kid up for karate lessons. I'm always grateful for that. You know, things like that, just little things anyway, can really add up to help make it available to you to remember when you're going through a hard time, how many good things that you do have. And that doesn't make the bad things go away. It really doesn't. But you know, like medicine goes down better with sugar. That's, you know, Mary Poppins was really on to something. So that's it for this week's Power Up. I'd love to hear from you guys what helps you care for yourself, what helps you find healing and restoration in your everyday life. It is important that you know, it's a lot easier to take care of yourself as you go than to try to put yourself back together when you've really fallen apart. But if you've really fallen apart, that is okay too. It is always a good time to work on getting better. And if you feel like training at Master Yourself Martial Arts, if you always wanted to try karate, never really know what karate is, you know, we like to think that in Master Yourself Martial Arts, we offer a lot of sources of strength here. We offer our, you know, a great community of families to train with. We're doing physical activity to help you be stronger and empowered. That's really what our mission is about here, is to help empower you with both the physical and emotional strength that you need to live your best life. You know, whatever that looks like for you. So we would love to have you join us at Master Yourself Martial Arts here in Titusville. You can find us online at titusvilleata.com. You can come visit us in person here in the Target Shopping Center. We're right next door to Hibbett Sports. And phone call, you can call us, 321-383-4600. We try to be really easy to get in touch with. You can send us a carrier pigeon. I'll work on that. Smoke signals. We would love to hear from you, or just leave a comment with our video about, you know, maybe what you do to recharge your batteries and find healing in your everyday life. Thanks for joining me for this week's Power Up video, and you guys can go out and make your life a masterpiece.